Welcome to the Newsfeed. I'm Paris Jackson. In today's episode, the state of Washington is facing off with the federal government over immigration enforcement. We'll tell you about the governor's response to pressure from the feds to do away with local sanctuary policies. Also, organizers hope frustrations with cuts to Medicaid may help spur engagement in politics. We'll tell you about their efforts in Central Washington. Plus, a Cascade PBS investigation dives into the questions around the millions of dollars the state is spending on medical exams for people hurt on the job. Washington's governor is standing up to the Trump administration amid efforts to put pressure on the state to drop so-called sanctuary policies. Last month, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi sent a letter to Governor Bob Ferguson setting a deadline for him to list the ways the state planned to eliminate any laws, policies, and programs that go against federal immigration enforcement. On the day his response was due, Ferguson instead held a press conference to say that Washington would not be bullied or intimidated by what he called threats and legally baseless accusations. Bondi sent similar letters to more than 30 states, counties, and cities with similar policies, including the city of Seattle. She said federal agencies are currently identifying grants, contracts, and funding that could be modified to punish noncompliance. Ferguson said the threats embarrass and disgrace the office of the U.S. Attorney General and that he plans to fight the matter in court if it comes to that. Community organizers are using Medicaid cuts to mobilize folks across Washington to get more active in the political process. About 80 people gathered at an event in a community center in Yakima to learn more about how the future cuts to Medicaid would affect them. It's one example of the efforts of community organizers to increase awareness of the impacts of Medicaid cuts in Yakima and the rest of Central Washington. In the 2024 fiscal year, 40% of people in Central Washington's 4th Congressional District were enrolled in Apple Health, the state Medicaid program. Organizers say for some attendees, it's the first time they found out Apple Health and Medicaid are one and the same. Organizers suggested that community members reach out to local and state leaders if they had concerns about the cuts, and provided voter registration for attendees. They plan to host additional events in other parts of the state, especially as more information becomes available about how the cuts will impact local health care facilities and providers. The state has spent more than $100 million in the last 5 years to pay doctors to perform medical examinations on workers who have suffered injuries on the job, but some are questioning the practice. The Cascade PBS investigative team found that 24 doctors have billed the Department of Labor and Industries for more than $1 million each in the last 5 years for independent medical exams. The average age of those top earners is 74, and 2/3 are retired from direct patient care. The screenings are used to assess injuries, and critics say examiners second-guess injured workers' treatment providers, leading to delayed or denied treatment. Workers have filed dozens of complaints against examiners. In a recording of one exam last September, a doctor in his 80s determined the pain in a worker's neck wasn't caused by his work injury and stopped treatment on that part of his body. That worker filed a complaint with L&I, which is investigating. The Cascade PBS newsroom is partnering with the Pierce County Library District to host a screening of our documentary, Priced Out: Fear and Resistance in Washington Mobile Home Parks. On Tuesday, September 16th, Cascade PBS journalists will be at the University Place Pierce County Library to talk about the reporting process after the screening. The screening is free. RSVP at cascadepbs.org. I'm Paris Jackson. Thank you for watching the Newsfeed, your destination for nonprofit Northwest news. Go to cascadepbs.org for more great local coverage.